Hi, I'm Joe.
And I'm Digna.
Welcome to Relationships.
We're a couple having a few.
You can find us on social media. We're on Facebook, and it's facebook.com/a couple having a few. On Instagram, we are instagram.com/getting to know brews. And you can find us on YouTube. Our channel name is Getting to Know Brews. If you want to reach out to us via email, you can email us at drinkndrive@icloud.com. That's DRINKNDRIVE@icloud.com. Happy 420, everybody.
Whoop, whoop. 420.
So, I don't know if we're going to name this episode that. But, yeah, happy 420, I guess.
Yeah, if that is something that you do, and if it's not, that is fine too.
Well, that's
I made it rhyme. I'm like Dr. Seuss.
You can still be happy today. And speaking of happy, I have been getting my Facebook feed like bombarded by these commercials of something called the Finnish long drink.
They're called as advertisements.
Advertisements. Yes, I'm getting these advertisements for the Finnish long drink. And they're like these kind of quirky commercials. They remind me of like Dr. Squatch.
Oh, the soap ones?
Those soap ones and all these other...
by the way, when he's saying Finnish long drink, he's not saying like, hey, you had better complete that elongated beverage. It is like Finnish,
you better
Finland.
Finland that long beverage. The commercial is done in kind of that style. It's like, this is the long drink. It's from Finland, the happiest country on earth. So now I kind of want to visit. There's a lot of money pushing this drink. I don't know if they're trying to invade the U.S. with their new...
We should look and see who makes it.
Yeah, the Long Drink Company, it says.
Yeah, but, that's not a company.
So, Digna's actually going to read, but just to let you know, this drink is mystical. It has Nazis. Go ahead and read.
Long drink. What's a Finnish accent? Like if I went, long drink is a top-selling No, that's Italian. Forget it. Long drink is a top-selling category of alcohol in Finland, a legend that is now available in America. The roots of long drinks go back to the 1852 Summer Games. 1952 Summer Games in Helsinki, when the country of only 4 million people was still recovering from World War II.
Nazis!
Concerned with how to serve drinks quickly enough to all the visitors, the government came up with a revolutionary idea of a new liquor drink, that was both delicious and fast to serve, and so the first long drinks were born. Now, this legend has finally been brought to America by the next generation of Finns who want the world to experience the refreshing and unique Finnish long drink, kippis, which apparently means cheers in Finnish.
So this is a drink that apparently had to be created. I mean, like the government had to get involved. The Finnish government had to get involved.
The Finnish government was trying to make more alcohol, and we were having prohibitions.
But to me, the way they're
not at the same time, but still.
But it's funny because the way it reads, it sounds like they didn't know who to turn to, so the government
made a liquor drink.
Yes.
Not even alcohol, just
a liquor
drink.
like it specifically says, when a country of only 4 million people was still recovering from World War II, concerned how to serve drinks quickly enough. I'm like, what?
If that is your country's biggest concern, bravo to you, my friends.
Nazis, and we need a liquor drink. That is a TV show premise that I feel...
I'd watch it.
Yeah, I know. Like, this needs to happen.
It's like Mad Men, but with heroes.
And Nazis. All right, Digna's going to pour this long drink, so I don't know anything about it at all.
Do you want me to tell you something about it?
Tell her about it.
Unique taste of natural grapefruit and juniper berry flavors with gin. It is a 5.5% alcohol per volume. Gin with natural flavors added. At least it's a product of the USA. But apparently he didn't read what a Finnish long drink involved because neither of us like gin. So this should be fun.
Yes. That is a horrible can opening sound for this program.
Ooh, smells juniper-y.
Listen to that long pour. The long pour of the long drink. Oh, it's clear. I guess, well, it's gin, but I didn't know what to expect. It's gin and fizz. So it looks like Zima or something.
Basically hard seltzer.
No,
gin.
oh no way. I can smell that.
Yeah, I don't want to smell it.
Oh well, it's grapefruit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which also, to me, with my broken nose, smells like IPA, which also smells to me.
I thought you were going to say I peed. It smells like I peed.
My pee smells like I'm not talking about my pee. No, it smells like IPA, which also to me smells like some 420 fun. So it's kind of all in the same family, I guess. Maybe I like gin now.
Well, it's the grapefruit that you smell, though.
Oh, I like grapefruit. I like grapefruit soda water.
All right, let's do it.
Are you not going to taste it?
Well, you have the glass.
Oh. It's sweet.
And it is something that brings you out of Nazi
It
times.
is a sweet liquor drink that combats Nazis. It's kind of like Fresca. It's like a Fresca drink.
It's pleasant.
It's not bad.
It's not as, I mean, when you said sweet, it's not as sweet as I thought either. I guess it's...
No, it's not. No, it's like if you took Fresca and made a cocktail out of it, not if you drank a glass of Fresca. Well, those Finnish are onto something. Kippis! Dink!
Yeah, I've not had those seltzer waters, but
No, they're nasty.
Yeah,
I mean, the cheap ones are nasty. I don't know.
This is very...
it's quite good. I'm actually kind of thirsty, and I would like to chug it. So I apologize, Finnish people of the world.
But it's called the long drink.
You did good.
So my question, is it called the long drink because you're going to like it so much that you're just going to chug the whole thing? Or is it supposed to last you a long time?
Supposed to nurse it? Yeah, well, if you're supposed to nurse it, they should have made it gross. Right? Like, if it's not good, I'm not going to chug it.
It's
quite
tasty.
Good. I don't hate it.
That's quite
honestly,
tasty.
he hasn't stopped talking about this long drink thing for a couple weeks. And
I'm posting a link to this. I want to talk to these people.
And if you use our hashtag, you don't get any sort of discount whatsoever, but enjoy.
But you know what? Hashtag long drink and hashtag relationships at the same time, and maybe they'll reach out to us and want to give us free booze.
Even though we sort of offended them on the onset. Sorry.
It is. You know what? If I am recovering from Nazis and I'm able to make something like this, wow.
With government taxpayers' money?
This may be the only time in history that the government has done something positive ever.
And this also explains why the Finnish are the happiest people on earth.
You want to prove me wrong? How about why was there a World War II? Oh, a government. See? Nazis.
He's just going to keep saying Nazis.
That's the word of the day. Like people.
Yay!
By the way, I did 420 before this.
You don't do 420.
I dude.
You beat 420?
Yeah.
You beat 420.
I hadn't really planned on it, but it's kind of close to bedtime now, and I was having restless leg like really bad, trying to read a book, and I'm over here playing soccer with my right foot. So I did that, and then Dickens like 15 minutes later, weren't we going to do an episode? I'm like, so that is what has happened.
That's where we are. Now you have met us where we are.
But yeah, so that's where I be.
Yeah, and I honestly do think that I say that you've been talking about this for weeks. You have not been talking about it for weeks. You brought it up while we were camping last week.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. I think, did we look for it before we went camping, or did you just tell me about it?
That's probably when I started seeing these long drink things. And then I went on their webpage and it was like, it's available at ABC nearby. And I'm like, oh.
All right.
Put that one in the list of things to do. I will say this is a great springtime.
Yeah,
like,
I'm a fan.
Drink.
Oh yeah, outside when it's nice and warm.
Yes.
While cutting the grass, we don't cut.
I think this is a very nice drink. So
It's quite nice.
And now that I'm 10 and a half minutes into a show and I'm still talking about the drink.
Yeah, we went last Tuesday because Monday evening we were like, we have not gone on a trip since graduating and all that good stuff. And we'd wanted to go camping this month and just happened to find a spot at a place called Jetty Park, I think.
Yeah, Jetty Park.
State Park, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's over in Port Canaveral, which is not far from us. It's maybe a 45-minute drive, and it's really nice because it's right on, obviously, a port. And it happens to be the port from which our cruise ships leave and come into. So we had a lot of cruise ship action. It's right on the beach, so it's, within a 3-minute walk if you're moseying to the ocean.
You can watch cruise ships go in and out, and you can enjoy the beach.
There's the casino ships there. I haven't seen them yet, but I have heard that there are submarines that go in and out of there. It's right next to Cape Canaveral, or is part of Cape Canaveral.
Yeah, that's probably why you hear the name Port Canaveral, Cape Canaveral, which is where all the rockets
Cape
go up.
That is just north of the port, both of which are named Canaveral, is home to, NASA, obviously, but now SpaceX and all that jazz. So you can see rockets launching, you can see their boosters landing, you can see all kinds of fun stuff there. So we got to see cruise ships. We saw, what would those be? Like, not oil rigs, but they were like really big.
Some sort of a large seafaring vessel.
Bargish thing.
Yeah.
We saw small ships that were struggling through the waves in the wind, so that was interesting.
Oh my gosh. What about that one that we didn't realize the cruise ship was going out?
Oh yeah, we were just hanging out at our campsite, which is, you can see the port and you can see the ships leaving, but there's trees in between. So if you're not really paying attention, or you don't know what time it is and you don't know that a ship is coming in or leaving, you don't realize it. And
you were in the middle of a workout, and I was kind of like the timekeeper, and
suddenly, I guess when all the cruises leave, they all do their
horn
my gosh 3 times.
It was so loud.
Yeah,
and
that first
deep
time going by
like,
us was pretty cool.
I peed a little.
He did pee a little. He piddled.
I piddled.
We all ran to the fence because there's like a little chain link fence in between the campgrounds and outside, and we all ran to the fence and kind of tried to peek through the trees and the fence and all that like a bunch of little kids, and it was pretty cool. So it was a good trip though. Overall, I would say I agree with possibly one of the few times I wholeheartedly agree with my grandmother about something. She always says that if she were to camp, she would really enjoy camping during the day, but she doesn't want to deal with the nighttime part of camping. And I can, based on this camping trip,
the Beatles,
and many camping trips before, if I really think about and assess what the evenings are like, I don't like them.
Where the wild things are.
And it's because of the bugs. It's because of low visibility and trying to, say, cook in the evening, which I know is probably dumb. Like, we have more sunlight now. Why not cook at 5 or 6 o'clock when you can see? Well, that's a good question, guys. I'll let you know when I get the answer.
The things that go bump in the night.
I don't sleep well anyway, so sleeping someplace that isn't my bed and is smaller than my bed with this giant hunk of a man taking up, not a lot of the bed, but just more percentage of the bed that we share.
Where was I when this was happening? I don't know, this giant hunk of a man she had. Well, that's why there wasn't any space. We had this random guy sleeping with us.
They're adults. Oh gosh. And having the dog, which at home is, we have our routine and we have our very, very scheduled way of doing things, especially because he's old man and that's how old men do things. And so his routine is thrown off, our routine is thrown off. And so all of that combined makes my evenings impossible. Throw Joe in a hammock tied between 2 trees and he passes out. But that's, besides the fact.
Because that's my nightly
norm.
ritual.
That is his norm. Where he puts his head is where he falls asleep. So.
Where I lay my head is home, wherever I may roam.
I would say that the camping trip was great. when we were doing daytime things. If you asked me every morning how camping was going, I absolutely hated it. So, I mean,
Those people on their MFM blue lights.
oh my gosh, yeah. One night was two nights was the blue lights, but the second night I was able to, put things up on our windows that kind of helped disperse the light a little bit. But
Somebody's
the
camper
lights-
left their blue light on
Yeah.
the whole time they were there.
And that's a thing. I mean, I could argue that maybe they didn't know, but that is a thing, that there are some campers that just, that's the thing they
But there's-
do. It's like a whole,
There's no way
community
it
of
would be a
people.
blue one. Oh, you mean like
there are people that just do that leave
Oh.
their blue light on their new campers, because the new campers, for some reason, are strung with blue or white LED
yeah.
lights, and they're so bright. And why would you leave that on at night? I mean, I guess
well,
for
you can't have them.
security,
You can't have them on in certain spots
Right.
because of
The
the
turtles
sea
and stuff,
turtles.
yeah.
You can't have them there. So,
But that's near the beach, and there's not a ton of campsites.
which we
at
did
the
see sea
beach.
turtles, by the way.
Where? Oh yes, at this. Yeah, we did. You're right. I forgot about that. Right off the pier, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, what it's called. A lot of people fishing, and there were some sea turtles swimming around. There were dolphins, all kinds of really cool birds. Crabs galore. We saw. What did you find? The things we grabbed?
barnacles.
The barnacles
Snails.
that were grabbing, like the waves would come up and hit the barnacles that were stuck to the rocks, and the barnacles would like stick out their little barnacle-y fingers and yank in their barnacle-y food, and it was really cool. What else did we see?
Barnacle nightmares.
Barnacle nightmares.
Oh, speaking of, I know I'm getting off subject, but I have to go back to it. I might even cut this out when I edit it. But this morning I had a dream, like right before I woke up, and I don't know why, but I still remember it. But we were in a house, and I think Dignan was making up like a shopping list, and for some reason apparently this was the big guy in our bed. And the person, we started naming things, but this was just another random guy. And one of the things he said, and I think he was like British or something, he goes, Eggos. And I'm like, what? And then he goes, oh, I just wanted to get some Eggos. I'm like, excuse me?
I wonder if you heard a bird,
maybe,
real life,
maybe
and
I
it
heard
was going-
something.
and
I
for
hope
some reason
so.
your brain made it into a word, and the word happened
Eggos.
to be Eggos.
Like, what do you want to pick? And I'm like, what does he say? Like, and for some reason I was okay that this random guy was helping make our shopping list, but Eggos. And then I think you explained in the dream, it was like, he's British, that's how they say it. I was like, huh. I think it was like shortly before I woke up. It was very weird. Eggos.
So all of you British fans, let us know how you pronounce EGGOS, as in the waffles that you might eat in the morning.
I would
If
say they
that's
may
even
not
a
even have
thing
that
that's over
brand.
there. I don't know.
They might be called like Nibbly Bits over there or something. I
I
don't know.
like some Eggo nibbly bits. Oh, that should be a thing someone says.
Nibbly Bits.
But yeah, camping was good. We met a French Canadian family that was next to us that was really interesting to see the interaction, because we didn't interact with them too much other than, waving and saying good morning or saying good evening, or Joe walking over and randomly talking forever at them because they had no idea what he was saying.
As he does.
That aside, there was an adorable little girl named Eva that Desmond hit it off with, and so they played and played and played for hours and mostly had no idea what the other was saying, which was kind of awesome. So
He speaks no French and she speaks very little English.
it was a tiny NATO.
Yes.
It was a Eggo NATO.
NATO.
There you go. That makes more sense.
I don't know. Waffles has to.
Trying to force that.
But yes, kids playing. It was pretty amazing. Just seeing how they interacted with very little need for talk.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was almost like
It was like watching those like claymation shows that they just make up sounds and there's no actual talking, but you know exactly what's happening in the cartoon. So
like Meow Meow.
It was kind of neat. It was Meow Meow. There's a bunch of them like that.
Go.
But it was cool. The weather was perfect. It was beautiful. It was supposed to rain. Didn't rain. It was breezy when it was supposed to be breezy. It was nice and sunny and crispy during the day.
Speaking of rain, I don't know if we can sue meteorologists,
We should.
but the whole reason Digna lost a big chunk of toenail on this trip was because...
And you asked me why I don't like the evenings.
Was a nighttime thing, but it was supposed to rain during the night, supposedly. So we're like, we better start clearing some stuff up. And we were leaving the next day anyway. So there was a root in our camping spot that was just kind of in the way. So I actually cut it back, but it was a big root. So I cut it back.
Which is good because we'd all been tripping over it. Mostly him.
I cut it to where it was like underneath our area rug outside. And we were good to go. But we put the area rug away because...
Supposed rain.
Because of this supposed rainstorm that was going to happen and did not happen. And in the middle of the night, Digna walked out there and...
It wasn't the middle of the night. It was like 8.
Oh. Okay, 8 o'clock. And what happened?
And I kicked the root and it broke my toenail and it bled all over.
Yes, so...
Maybe not all over. But it was traumatic.
It was some good stuff. There was definitely great special effects there.
It was gross. So yeah, I don't like the evenings. And had I needed to go to the hospital to, say, have my impaled toe removed, I might have sued the meteorologist of the world.
Yes. Brian Shields. She's talking about you.
I'm coming for you, Brian.
I think that's one of the local guys here.
No
I don't know.
I'm coming for you, Jim Cantori.
Oh, yeah, Jim Cantori.
I'm going for the big guns. Lose my toe, theoretically.
Well, you know what? If you see him in court, he will call down the power of the hurricane into the courtroom until they throw the case out.
With the tornado.
I mean, that's what happens. It's like he doesn't show up. You don't see Jim Cantori without a hurricane. I mean, is it a coincidence? No. This is a predefined thing. He is the bringer of storms.
You know, when they talk about, and by they, I don't know what group of people it is exactly, but the people who think that all of the hurricanes are...
Flat earthers?
I guess. That the hurricanes are orchestrated and they can be controlled. And
you do mean flat earthers.
What is that called? Where they can like...
Conspiracy theorists?
Conspiracy theorists.
Weather control?
That the government is controlling where the hurricanes hit, and they try to scare society into thinking a hurricane's coming to hit us so that we all freak out and buy all the shit, and then they are able to control it bouncing off of the coast.
Like the Illuminati or something?
No, the government. Like, people think that the government control the direction of hurricanes. There are people who believe this. Anyway, I do believe that it's not the government, it is Jim. That's all. I said all that to say that.
Oh. I'm going to have to find out who these people are.
I'm for real.
It's like some conspiracy theory type.
I legit had conversations at work with a coworker about this, and he wasn't a full-on believer, but definitely was not a not believer. So
let's not blast anybody's name if you don't have to, but this particular person, would you typically think they're some sort of a weird alarmist? Like, is that right up their alley to believe that? Or do they seem like maybe they're a rational person and it's this like they were rational enough of a person that you're like, maybe there is something there?
No, not an alarmist, but also not rational. I would say is more of a shit stirrer on purpose, but also semi-believe some of the shit he says.
But he's not somebody that you would believe based on, like, if he's like, if you eat this thing, you'll lose 50 pounds. Like, he's a reputable person to believe for that.
No.
Okay, so he's a little bit of a wackadoo. Okay, then. I don't even think when I edit that I'll know what she said there. Is it supposed to be? I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Then I guess you can't edit it out.
Like, meow, meow.
Meow, meow. So, yeah, long drink, finish, long. That's actually what it's called. It is the brand, I guess. The Finnish Long Drink. Legend of 1952. There is no company on it that is like, hello, I'm Budweiser and I made this.
No, it says they're the Long Drink Company.
It does say that, but I think that's shenanigans. So, yeah, enjoy that. We went camping. I broke my toenail and I'm coming for Jim Cantori. I think I pretty much TLDR'd that right now.
And Desmond's got a new pen pal.
Yes, he does.
So, this is something I really want to nurture as far as like him having a pen pal. I always thought it would be cool to have a pen pal, but I never had anything like that.
You can still have a pen pal.
Isn't that weird in this day and age as a man, grown man, like just, hey, want to be my pen pal?
I mean, if you're trying to write to international kids, then yeah, it's totally weird.
You're a kitty.
I had a pen pal when I was a kid. I think it's pretty cool. And it's not a pen pal because we cheated. We're using an app to talk to each other.
Still, but where was your pen pal from?
Estonia.
Estonia,
a country in Northern Europe, borders the Baltic Sea and the Gulf of Finland. So, yeah, anyway, she is, I will say in the present tense because I don't know anything about her, from Estonia.
Was she, so it's like, so your pen pal
Her name was Christy. She was from Estonia. I'm pretty sure I still have a picture of her and her family.
Don't say was, just say is. Her name is Christy.
Did I say was? No, sorry, yes. Her name is Christy from Estonia, and I still have a picture of her.
Was she like your age?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't even know where I ended up. There must have been some organization that Mom helped me sign up through because, I mean, I obviously didn't meet this person in real life, so there's no way I would have just gotten her address or anything, but...
I wonder if they drink these in Estonia or have a drink like this in Estonia.
Well, not this one, because this one's made in the U.S. I don't think they make it in the U.S. and send it to Estonia for some, like, second-rate version of the most authentic
I know, that's what
liquor drink.
This is what I want to find out. If you're from Finland, is that a real drink or is it just like something that's barely a thing?
Is that like celebrating St. Patrick's Day in America?
Yeah, or like it's barely a thing, but some American company fanned the fires of a drink that's extremely obscure. Like, is it like you go to Finland and it's like, where's my long drink? And they'll be like, right here, sir. Or they can be like, what the hell are you talking about? If you're from Finland or if you have knowledge of this, let us know. Am I allowed to end the show now?
Yes.
Fine. Don't be gross. Wash your hands.
Kippis.
Kippis. Bye.
This has been a Getting to Know Brews presentation. Music provided by purpleplanet.com. That's purple-planet.com.